I want to take a minute to tell you about a job that changed my life in many, many ways. So one of my first jobs was working for a wood molding manufacturer. My job specifically was to sort different size wood planks and put them in the appropriate sized bins, and then those would get wrapped in a pallet and shipped off. And I did that every single day until the siren went off. Now the siren went off several times a day, and that was for a quick 15-minute break. I would crack the corner door to this warehouse. It would always let some fresh air in, let the sunlight in. But what it gave me was a perfect view to all the planes leaving Pearson International. Now, at the time, I followed tons of photographers, National Geographic photographers, wedding cinematographers, filmmakers of all kinds. This was right when Instagram was taking off, so I was inspired left, right, and center. Everything I was consuming all day was just things that I hoped to be able to do one day. I would see all these people I looked up to have cool studio spaces, and how did you have that space? How do you have that? The next thing you know, they'd be on an airplane and they'd be flying to France to shoot a wedding, and they would be off to the Arctic to document something that was happening. And I used to just think to myself, oh, how are you doing that? I want to do that so bad. So every day, watching those airplanes leave Pearson, I would look at every single one of them and just daydream. One day, I want to be on that plane. Now, fast forward all these years, I'm blessed enough to say that now I am on those planes, flying to these crazy places in the world, doing exactly what it is that I love. But it wasn't without a ton of hard work. And I would be lying if I didn't tell you every single time I'm on a plane and it leaves Pearson International Airport, I look down and see all the different factories and buildings and complexes, and I think about young Peter looking up at the plane I'm currently in, thinking to himself, one day I want to be on that plane. And I guess my message is, one day you will be. Looking back through this archive of footage, I love having these types of videos because it marks a moment in time. What's up, everybody? Peter McKinnon here. Welcome back to another video. It marks a moment of my artistic vision during that period. I remember what I was feeling. I remember where I was shooting. Being able to see it all mapped out like this is just such an achievement. Fills me with such gratitude that I wanted to make this video to share with you and to say thanks to you for being with me for all of these years, through all of these offices, from the bedroom all the way to this building now that I'm standing on the roof of. Where I think as an artist, you need a little more angst to create. You need a little more pushback and hardship, and it needs to be a little more rough around the edges. I think art is a little more scrappy, and I think being in a place that's so perfectly manicured does some of the work for you. A friend of mine recently said to me a quote that blew my mind. He said, "You don't dream on a beach." And he's right. If you think about yourself on a beach on vacation, you're just relaxed, you're just enjoying. Everything's done, it's easy. You dream in situations that are the complete opposite. So why go through another office build? Because the construction, the process, the mess, it creates a fire inside me that I absolutely love to harness. I've never loved making more than I do right now. I'll still remember the exact day I went downstairs to my wife after I just signed with Squarespace for the first time and telling her, I think I can quit my job and do this for real. That was such a monumental moment, and it's because of brands like Squarespace that support this channel that were able to set me free and do that and have that freedom to be creative and remember those days in the factory looking out to the airplanes wondering how I'll get there. They're one of the reasons I was able to get there. So on that note, if you don't have a website and you actually want want to start a business, work for yourself, sell your own products, show your own work, showcase your stuff, I highly recommend Squarespace. Super easy to use. You can get a business up and running in no time, and that is the first step to making it on your own. It's the base camp. It's where people will find you in this world. Link everything from there. Hit the link in the description to start your own website today. You can save 10% off if you use McKinnon at checkout, and it's these types of things and brands that have enabled me to get this far. So thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. Thank you for sponsoring me. Thank you to everybody that watches these videos and gives me your time, the most precious asset that I so value. And I absolutely cannot wait for Chapter 5. I'd be lying if I didn't say every time I still see an airplane, I wonder where they're going, and it inspires me. It makes me dream. It makes me wonder where I'll be going next.